the scene shifts to Columbus for the rematch, where the Avs get some power, returning back to the lineup. It's the Avalanche and Blue Jackets, and it's next on Altitude.
On Wednesday night in Denver, the Avalanche made a valiant comeback. 2 late goals, one from JT Compher and the other Bo Byram. It got them to overtime, where they fell short. Tonight, from Nationwide Arena, the Avalanche get a rematch with the Columbus Blue Jackets. And good evening, everybody. I'm Kyle Keefe. I'll be ringside tonight, tracking down stories as the game moves on. So here's the deal. Part of a weird schedule. Colorado just 4 games in 12 days. But they're getting healthy, getting some key pieces back in the lineup. Mikko Rantanen, Andre Burakovsky, and for the first time this year, Avalanche fans will get a look at defenseman Devon Toews. Healthy and hungry. It's a good recipe. For more on the game, let's get you inside. Mark Mosier with Peter McNabb.
All right, Kyle, thank you, Pete. As Kyle mentioned, when you get one important player back into a lineup, it's a real boost for the team. But when you get 3 important players back into the lineup on one day, what can this do for this Avalanche squad tonight?
It starts in the locker room. You look around and go, okay, here we go. Now, you know, we're getting things back together. We're getting those pieces back together that make us a good team. And one of those pieces, Moshe, is Mikko Rantanen. He ties together the top line. This is the 10th game of the season, but only the 4th time that this line has been together. When they're together, in my mind, plain and simple, they are the best line in the National Hockey League. They can dominate a game like this. But Burakovsky's being back is important for the Avalanche, and that's second line scoring. Now, he has struggled a bit of late. He hasn't scored in 7 games. But Kadri's going. If we can get Burakovsky going, all of a sudden, that second line scoring is there for the Colorado Avalanche.
It certainly is.
But here's the key. Devon Toews now comes back. We're starting to see the makings of what I consider, when Makar gets back, the best 1 through 7 defensive core in the National Hockey League. Let's not forget, this Toews last year was plus 29. That's the best of any defenseman in the National Hockey League. He is so important to this Avalanche team.
You know, another guy who could end up there sometime is rookie defenseman Bowen Byram, Pete. 2 goals and an assist 2 nights ago against this same Columbus team. The rookie has gotten off to an incredible start.
It's an incredible start. And the thing you like about it, none of the goals, none of the assists, none of the plays have been sort of secondary. He has been leading the rush. Right here, a 2-on-1, after he blocked a shot in the other end, made it 2-0. And the Colorado Avalanche needed something late in the game. Who did they go to? They went to the rookie, ties it up, got them a point with this shot late in this hockey game. He has been absolutely spectacular of late for the Avalanche.
Speaking of rookies, the Columbus Blue Jackets have an outstanding one of their own. Rookie Cole Sillinger up front for them, 2 goals and an assist against the Avalanche, and he was a big-time player.
And when you look at it, here's a kid who's 18 years old. He was a 12th pick overall this year. What did we expect? He can skate, and does he go hard to the net? He's got a nose for scoring and a couple of goals. But when you look at it, the big play for him was the assist he had in overtime. As we look at the goals that he scored last night, but he was on the ice as an 18-year-old rookie, and he helped set up the game-winning goal in overtime. Moj, that's an impressive evening.
Avs will have to watch out for number 34 coming up this evening if they want to exact some revenge on these Columbus Blue Jackets. 3 huge pieces back in the lineup. The Avs will be buoyed by that, and they want to come away with 3 of 4 against Columbus. Stick with us because the puck will drop next on Altitude. On Altitude is powered by DraftKings Sportsbook. Bet live now with the only top-rated sportsbook app that matters. A beautiful look at downtown Columbus, Ohio with Peter McNabb in the Altitude Studios. I'm Mark Mosier at Nationwide Arena. The Avs in the rematch against the Blue Jackets here tonight. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders presented by Holman Automotive.
Well, back-to-back games and a couple of changes in the goaltenders. Number one goaltenders for both, but Darcy Kemper coming off his best game against Minnesota.
And here we go as Peak has it after the draw, rifled into the Avalanche, and this could be an icing call right away, and it's waved off. Worked down deep by the Blue Jackets and kicked out. Hoffman couldn't keep it in. Avs will chase after it. Back to the Blue Jackets zone as Raanta won that race against Peak to the near side now. Taken by the Jackets. Poked ahead by Roslovic, and now the Avs will get a change early on in this one, less than 30 seconds in. Hoffman all the way to the red line. Off the glass it goes and in. Here's Murray. Rims it around, looking for Jack Johnson. That was a little bit too far in front. There's Jake Bean, who had 2 goals the other night. Now McKinnon. He'll flash into the Columbus zone. Works in and shoots off the stick of Merzlikins. Very crafty move by Nathan McKinnon. Owen Byram at the left point. Long shot there and missed the net. There goes Devon Taves back to the puck. It's just great to see him back in the lineup, Peter. Again, meant so much to this Avalanche team last year. Pushed to Landeskog, knocked away by Columbus.
But he was...
We do have a whistle, Pete. May have a problem with the glass in the far corner. We'll take a look.
Well, for Nathan McKinnon. Now, Moshe, it was interesting. The Avalanche didn't start their top line. They didn't start their second line. They started their 4th line for this game, or the 3rd line for this game tonight, and then they came out with the McKinnon line. But Nathan McKinnon is just a volcano. He is waiting to erupt. Now, he's had an assist, he's had points in all 7 games, but a single goal. And you know, with the chances he's had, that he is churning inside. And for Coach Bednar, now he gets to look at this team almost the team he wants to see on the ice.
Yeah, when he envisioned what the lineup would look like this summertime, it's getting a lot closer to that as the Avs fight forward on the far side, but the Jackets will send it into the neutral zone. Here's Voracek to give it up. Knocked away from Nyquist. Avs have it. Logan O'Connor has earned time on this second line with Kadri in the middle and Burakovsky on the other side. Wrapped around to the near side and then backhanded by the Jackets. Voracek trying to clear. Nazem Kadri got knocked down. A 3-assist game for Nazem Kadri last time out. His first in the Colorado Avalanche sweater. Erik Johnson will send that one in. I thought that Mark Rycroft made a very good point in the pregame show, Pete. When was the last time Devon Taves and Erik Johnson were in the same lineup together?
Well, they played last year. Erik Johnson played in 4 games last year, but that was it for the Avalanche. So those would have been the 4 games, and they would have been real early in the season.
Here's Texier all the way to the blue line, hounded, and a nice play by Megna to force him back into the neutral zone. Lobbed up and in by Corrali. That's wide of the Avalanche cage, and now Murray gave it up. Banged up the boards. Out it comes back into the Jacket zone. Megna trying to make a play on it. The Avs are offside, and we'll bring that faceoff up and out.
Well, Moshe, when the line is together and healthy and has played with any sort of consistency, we know what the numbers are going to be. Landeskog, in my mind, is having the best start in his 11-year career. McKinnon's had points in every game. Now, it's Mikko that we're going to be watching tonight because he's only missed 3 games, but there was Moshe, he was out for 10 days. And you just get a little bit rusty over the course of that amount of time.
Yeah, just having Big 96 back, that was important. Landeskog was cut down on the far side, and there's no call there. Thought he got his skates knocked out from underneath him as that puck slides through the corner. McKinnon tried to reverse it. Bean steps in the way. Wants to give it up for Werenski, and up the boards it goes. A nice play by Taves there. McKinnon marching away, centering pass, stolen away by Bjorkstrand. Otherwise, the Avs would have had a prime scoring chance right between the circles, and back into the Avalanche zone it goes. Kemper throws it to the near side where it hit Jenner in the arm. And now Bean dances at the point, lobs it down deep, and it's gloved by Darcy Kemper.
Well, for Darcy Kemper, he's had a week off. And as far as I'm concerned, this is his 250th career appearance here tonight. He had by far his most consistent minute-to-1, minute 60 game against Minnesota. A lot of people look at the score 4-1 motion and say, oh, the Avalanche ran away with that game. It was 1-1 when Erik Johnson scored, and he had made a couple of nice saves to keep it there after that, and the Avalanche went on to a solid win.
Darcy Kuemper has won 2 straight games in this building, so he carries a little momentum in terms of playing at Nationwide. Jackets have it with Hoffman. Long dump down deep by Bayreuther. There's a kick save by Kuemper. Set ahead for Sampo Ranta. Hounded from behind, and the Avs are offside as Nazem Kadri could not hold on to the blue line.
But for the Colorado Avalanche, you know, you always look at schedules and you go, why this or why that? What you have to do is just accept it. After tonight, the Avalanche have 2 games, both at home, Vancouver and San Jose, in 10 days. Now, what does that do for this club? Puts a lot of pressure on the coaching staff to come up with ways to keep everybody interested and excited. But it also, maybe, hopefully, Makar and everybody else can maybe get healthy.
Yeah, I think Val Nichushkin's going to be skating hard this coming week, along with perhaps Pavel Francouz. Roslovic has JT Compher on him. Nowhere to go but to the point. Gavrikov, a turnaround shot, and that's blocked by Erik Johnson. Steers his way to the near side. Now he gets that puck up and out. Here comes Kiefer Sherwood, but that puck rolled off his stick and they'll jam it in. Push back down deep where it's left by Merzlikins off for Bayreuther, and here come the Columbus Blue Jackets on the breakout. Second line is now on the ice. Kadri there with a forecheck, sent back into the neutral zone. Taves throws it off the boards, and O'Connor back to his own end. Here's Nazem Kadri. He'll work it up ice. Gets to the red line. Dumps it in down the right wing. And now a foot races Burakovsky chase. Good to see 95 back in the lineup. You talked about it, Peter. Not a great year for him starting out in terms of goal scoring. But I think once this put on net, good save there by Merzlikins. But once they get things going here with the full lineup, it's going to be important to have everybody feeling good. And Burakovsky is one of those guys. Up top, it's Taves. Far side for O'Connor with a wrist shot and a save by Merzlikins, and he'll hold on.
Well, you certainly like what you see for the Avalanche early. They're putting pressure down low on Columbus. Columbus, last game, the Avalanche were in control of that game because they were having the puck down low, controlling the corners, making plays in front. And then it got into a horse race in the third period, and Columbus was spectacular. I mean, they were in complete control of that game until a couple of late goals that led to them coming back.
Avs didn't have a shot on goal for about a 13-minute span.
Yeah.
The second to third. That puck is cut off by McKinnon in the slot, trying to bang it over to Rantanen. Quick shot there by Taves. That missed. Out in front. Loose puck, and it's kicked behind the net. Merzlikins was down and out, but that puck was pinballing through 3 bodies. Owen Byram sweeps it down deep. Here is Mikko. Adam McKinnon could not push it to Landeskog, and it's taken away by Werenski. Bjorkstrand will try the right wing as he gives it up. Nyquist dumps it down deep. Goes to the far side. Rantanen shielding with his body. Works it up to his own blue line. The Avs will get a change coming up here in just a little bit. We are 5.5 minutes into the contest right now. Rifled ahead for Tyson Jones. Tried to get through Peak and could not do it. That puck just inside the trapper zone. Texier, long lead pass missed. Everything rolls to the Avalanche zone. Is this an icing call? It will be. And we'll bring it back the other way.
Well, the one thing that you love to see about number 4, Bo Byram, for the Avalanche, look at the confidence that he has. Most rookie defensemen would stand out by the blue line, but he would be right in there. He and Taves are going to make a dynamic pair. Now, they're both left-handed shots. Makar's a right-handed shot, so for Taves, it's a little bit different, but it's still 2 really talented players.
Taken to the near side, finds Johnson at the point. That's Jack, now behind the cage helm. Works his way through the far corner, now cycles it off, looking for Jost. Had his stick tied up there, and a good defensive play by Corrali. Up at the half boards, Corrali throws it off the skate and gathers it back in. Swept in front of the Columbus bench, and a 2-hand punch by Magna gets it in. Merzlikins throws it up the board. Jackets on the counterattack, now coming back the other way. Robinson able to stick it in with one hand. Jack Johnson took a hit there from Texier. Gerard gets it ahead, and here comes Sherwood. The Avs may have a 2-on-1. He's got held down the slot, shoots, and a blocker save by Merzlikins. Love that play by Kiefer Sherwood. Gets it back and shoots, and that's blocked away as Bayreuther got the right leg down. Jackets able to clear it out, and it's finally picked up by Erik Johnson. Here comes EJ. Now Gerard sends it up for Sampo Reyes, still looking for his first career point. And a goal taken away 2 games ago. I know it was disappointing for him, but it'll come as Roslovic does the honors. Glove down by Erik Johnson. Right back in it goes. Jackets using the boards a lot early in this one. Stenlund. Roslovic now gives it up for Bean. Far side, Werenski walks in and shoots, and a save by Kemper. Good positioning, even though he was being screened, able to get his shoulder on that one.
He did look confident, didn't he, Moj, in that save?
Certainly did. We have a stoppage of play, and a holding penalty is coming up, so stick with us. 12:44 to go here in period at number 1. We've got no score between the Avalanche and the Blue Jackets in the rematch. For Columbus for holding as we go downstairs. With us here tonight is Kyle Keefe.
All right, thanks, Moj. Yeah, so I got a chance to spend some time with Jack Johnson, sort of a homecoming for him. He played here 7 years. It was more of a get-to-know because I hadn't met him yet. Well, Jack Johnson, it's an interesting story. His wife, Kelly, her maiden name is Kelly Quinn, which you might recognize from a guy named Brady Quinn, who used to be the quarterback for the Fighting Irish, Notre Dame. Played for the Browns, the Broncos, and I started doing some, started checking around. He's got another sister, Laura Quinn, who's married to A.J. Hawk. People probably remember him as the linebacker for the Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers. I was talking with Jack real quick, and he said, you know what, I've gone back to college. I only spent 2 years in Michigan. I'm only 2 classes short of having my degree. And I said, wow, what classes do you have left? Getting a communications degree? And he said, it's not biology and it's not calculus. It's a communications degree. So good for him. He's back home here and hopefully has a little luck here tonight against his former team.
Certainly hope so, Kiefer. And he's quite the shootout specialist, too. Didn't realize that we saw that first goal of the season for Jack Johnson, and it was a beauty as the Avs were on the power play. It's the first of the game, 0 for 3 2 nights ago against this Blue Jacket squad. Rifled up top for Byron to McKinnon. Couldn't pull the trigger on the one-timer. Seam pass finds the target. A shot over the top of the net by Landeskog as McKinnon flags that puck down at the hashes. Back to Byron. It goes at the point. Captain throws it out of the zone off the end of his blade. Tough angle, and the Avs will have to retreat as the second unit comes on.
Moj, but what a testament to Byram. They're leaving him on that top line. They get Taves back, they've got Gerard back, but they're leaving Byram as that top guy in the '1 power play.
Burakovsky's part of the second unit, and the Avs are offside as he got tied up at the blue line, trying to stick handle it in. Kyle Keefe was talking about the Jack Johnson shootout situation. We may see him sometime this season, Pete, depending on how deep the Avs get. I know they've got a ton of talent in terms of shootout abilities, but some of those defensemen get a little bit crafty.
Oh, absolutely. And you never know. You have to watch in practice to see who the coaches like. And it might happen against this Columbus club. 4 of their 6 wins have come in overtime.
He is sneaky good at it. But that puck is swept away from Burakovsky. Under 30 seconds to go in the power play. Gerard kicks it up top for Taves. He'll deliver. Kadri in the circle. Cut off by Nyquist. Saucered up top to the near side. Gerard looking in. Swings it on the seam pass. Hit Nyquist in the skate. Can the Avs get one more shot? They've got 12 seconds left. Gerard sends it to the far side. A little overpassing there. Ram back up top. Time winding down in the power play. Taves is straight away. Gives it to Gerard at the dot. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Tipped up over the top of the net by Sherwood. And out of the box comes Stenlund. Stenlund is in the lineup tonight. Deflected. Saved by Merzlikins. And the puck bounced over 2 sticks. Again, Stenlund in tonight because Patrick Laine is now out 4 to 6 weeks for the Blue Jackets with an oblique injury. So he had a couple of assists the other night, Peter, and now he is out of the lineup for Brad Larsen's squad.
But just watching Taves Moj on that power play, he really looked comfortable, which is great news for the Avalanche.
He's been practicing an awful lot. He was ready to get back into game action after off-season shoulder surgery. Megna spun off that puck. Darren Helm will do the honors in front of the benches and dump it in. Exactly halfway through period number 1. No score here in Columbus. Taken by Jost. All the way to the point as Megna awaits. Tried to shoot it. Hit Jost. Turn around. Blocked away by the Blue Jackets and Bean. Outlet tipped ahead by Jenner, but it goes over the glass and into the crowd, and another timeout is coming your way. Kiefer Sherwood right down low on the power play. Chips it right over the top of the net.
Well, I was going to go yes all the way. I thought after a 5-4 game between these two hockey clubs, we'd see some scorings, especially with Rantanen returning, Taves returning, Burakovsky. But it looks like we're going to get a no. I hate no.
You go with the yes because you're a gambling man. They call you Mr. Vegas.
Yeah, they told me Mr. Vegas.
There's Ryan Murray.
Second round pick here in Columbus. And boy, when he first came into the league, everybody thought he was going to be a real star. He's turned into a little bit more of a journeyman because of injuries. But he has been rock solid for the Avalanche this year.
Jackets whistled for a hand pass, and they showed a video for Ryan Murray on the Jumbotron here at Nationwide Arena. The crowd gave him a rounding rouse of applause and appreciation for his return to Columbus again. Last season, different divisions and everything else, did not get to return, so this is his first game back. And he was smiling, all of his teammates with the stick taps. Really good to see. Taves throws it down deep, deflected, and a save. There's Rantanen trying to give it up for Landeskog. And this top line is very active right in front of the Columbus net already. Flip down deep. Kemper will steer that one aside, no problem. Pushed up to the point, McKinnon can't quite get there. That puck is corralled by Taves. McKinnon gets it out. Jared Bednar speaking this morning, Peter, and saying that Taves is just good on both sides of the puck in all 3 zones. What else can you ask for out of a defenseman? Bean, hounded by Burakovsky, finds Voracek in front of the penalty box. As that one swept away as Gerard will turn and chase. EJ got there first. Off the boards it comes. Keith throws it off the leg. Quick centering pass. Avs get that puck and they sweep it right by the far post. Logan O'Connor almost scored on his own net. Back it goes. Picked up by the Jackets and Chinakhov. Throws it behind the cage. Voracek right there. No goals yet this season, but a ton of assists, including the game-winning goal the other night. Walked out, quick shot, score! On the backdoor play, Carlson was able to walk in and ram it home. And the Blue Jackets have a 1-0 lead.
Well, being the defenseman, had a couple the other night. And Moshe, this is the play right here that has been eating up the Colorado Avalanche. Breakdowns in the defensive zone where everyone seems to be in the right spot, and then all of a sudden they're overplaying. They got 5 guys on one side, and Carlson just walks in all alone. Voracek, we talked about last game, one of the best seam passers in the National Hockey League, finds the opening, and just a beautiful pass, but there's no way Carlson should have been open. And Moshe, that's one of the reasons right now the Avalanche are 30th in the National Hockey League in goals against. They're making fundamental mistakes like that too often.
5 guys were staring at the puck on the near side of the zone.
Yeah.
And Kemper made a really good push, Pete. I mean, he cut down the angle, and
it was a great shot.
Carlson just snuck it inside the post. Long bomb there, and that never got on net. Here is Ryan Murray to pick it up for the Avs and move it ahead. All the way to the red line. He'll flop it into the Columbus bench, so the faceoff will be in the neutral zone, and now you got Gavrikov slashing Compher at the red line.
And Moshe, let's go back to the goal. And when you're looking at it, again, Voracek is the kind of guy, puck goes behind the net. When Voracek gets it, you know there's going to be trouble. He slips the first guy, but watch the Avalanche all glide. They're all on the other half of the ice. And, you know, you've got to be aware of where everyone is. And the Avalanche just lose the man, and Columbus gets a 1-0 lead in a hockey game where Moshe, in that third period last game, wow, were they good. And now they got some confidence inside of this game. They're 4-1 at home. So now the Avalanche have to find something to get themselves going in this period.
Carlson had only 1 career goal in 41 games coming into tonight. Now he's got 2, obviously. Bo Byram works his way ahead, finds that red line and dumps it in hard off the glass, and it took a funny bounce. Habs have it, and it's swept off the end of Tyson Joe's stick. All the way to Byram. He'll walk in, holds and shoots, and that's deflected up into the screen. And we'll do the face-off in the Columbus end.
Well, Moj, I don't know about you, but are you getting calls about Bo Byram?
From everybody. Everybody.
I mean, now here's my graphic. When you look at it, you go, what does this mean? The first 5 games, he plays 91 minutes. The last 4 games, 96 minutes. Moj, he has played 1 extra game inside of his last 4 games compared to the first game, as far as ice time. And they just keep giving him more ice time and more ice time, and more importantly, more important ice time for the Colorado Avalanche.
You know, Pete, when you see those players get the puck and they start to walk in, and your spidey sense goes up, you're thinking, oh boy, here we go. Bowen Byram is now one of those guys for this Avalanche squad. Certainly the big guns, including on the back end, Cale Makar, you get that feeling, but with number 4, it feels the same way.
And it wasn't there last year because of the injuries. He only played 19 games. He had an assist, but it's there this year. This is the players that we thought that the Avalanche drafted at number 4 a couple of years ago.
Texier got out of trouble as Peak throws it through the neutral zone, deflected by Robinson in, and no, he did not get a piece. It's going to be an icing call. Hey, Mountain Time is a cold, crisp, crushable lager from New Belgium Brewing Company in Fort Collins. Game time means it's Mountain Time, so go grab a case or 2 or whatever you want.
Well, for the Colorado Avalanche and this defensive core, Cale Makar, we don't know what's wrong. We're hoping it's not going to be serious, but I heard Mark talk about it before the game. They will be 7 deep, including a superstar when Makar comes back.
Byron
defenseman
looks and shoots, and that again goes off of Texier's stick into the screen. Let's go downstairs. Let's go check in again with our good buddy Kyle.
Well, Moj, you guys were just talking about Bowen Byram, and I'm down here in the corner and can see it firsthand. The confidence, the skating, and just watching him sort of maneuver. He was coming down, just going to dump the puck inside the offensive zone, and literally looked right at us over here in the corner and pulled a full Patrick Mahomes and threw it at Merzlikins. He wasn't ready for it, but then you see how the confidence is just growing. The more ice time he gets, the goals are going in. It's fun to watch.
And that's always special when you just give a guy more time and he says, yeah, let me show you what I'm going to do with it. Watch out, Jenner breaking in, shoots wide of the net. All of a sudden that play developed out of nowhere in the neutral zone. McKinnon was the only guy back. Landeskog finally with a loose change. Now Taves sends it up for Mikko. Jackets read that play well. One thing Columbus did do as the game went on 2 nights ago is they, in that third period, really tightened things up. Didn't allow the Avs to carry that puck through the neutral zone. We're seeing it more right now, even though the Avs are leading in shots on goal in this one. Bjorkstrand throws it down deep. What a save by Kemper on the redirect by Werenski. And a penalty coming up again on the Blue Jackets. The Avs will go back on the power play. It's officially a hook. Best save of the game for Darcy Kemper. Let's see if the Avs can get square next. They'll have the extra man, trailing Columbus 1-0.
Columbus number 38, minor penalty hooking.
By BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks.
The Avs have really played well here in Columbus, but the Jackets are 4-1 at home this season. But the over in 5 of the last 6 road games for the Avalanche. But here's the penalty, and where they have set. Watch Jenner right there. He's saying that was a pretty easy fall in that situation. But now here's a chance, Moj, to get this thing back tied at 1.
Oh, what a glove save by Merzlikins on the wrister from Rantanen. Mikko let it fly, and he flashed that glove. But people, we've seen it time and time again. When you get that blade around a guy's waist, whether or not a guy goes down easy, you're going to get the call.
Yep, it's the same thing as hitting the hands. You hit the hands, they're going to call it.
Here's JT Compher, part of the top unit, takes the draw, lays at the dot. Everybody scrambles out of the pile. Comes to McKinnon, walks in and shoots. What a save by Merzlikins. He would not give up his ground and didn't give McKinnon a lot to shoot at. Byram able to keep it in. Nice play. Lost it though to Gavrikov, and all the way down it goes. The Avs with 11 shots on goal. The Blue Jackets only have 5, but they got the 1-0 lead. And the power play has looked pretty good so far. The Avs just need to connect with it. Brought in offside by Gavrikov.
Look at this last chance on the draw. Now, this year, Compher has been really good on draws. He has much improved this year, which has led to more ice time and more scoring situations. But Nathan MacKinnon has now had 2 really good chances. Moj, he is just on the verge of breaking out.
I just feel like he's going to have a game where he gets 2-2 or 3-1 or something like that, and then it's going to be all smooth sailing from there as he brings it ahead. MacKinnon trying to work through traffic, bangs it off the corner boards to himself, brings it around, and waiting is JT. Bumps it for Byram. Bo. Near side, MacKinnon. There's Mikko out up top. Is there an opening? Comes to MacKinnon. No one-timer there. Byram to Mikko! And he didn't get good wood on it. MacKinnon tried to flip it across. Taken away by Nyquist. He'll motor his way into the neutral zone. Avs bring it back in. MacKinnon pops it up, and it's off JT's stick. Texier's on the mark, staring down Taves. Directing traffic, Werenski is in, shoots, and a save by Kemper. He came out past the top of his brace.
Moj, Mikko Rantanen is one of the best defensive players for the Avalanche. Look at the play right there. If he just takes half a step to relax, that's a 2-on-1. Instead, he busts his rear end and he breaks it up. That was just a great defensive play.
Jackets have it. Werenski, long wrist shot. Easy glove save for Kemper. He'll hold on one more time. 27 seconds to go in the Avs power play. Well, the weather looks perfect tomorrow, so join us at Red Rocks Park and Amphitheater for the annual Colorado Avalanche 5K run and walk. Registration open until 9:30 a.m. includes a complimentary Colorado Avalanche upper-level ticket, an Avs 5K t-shirt, and a finisher medal. A portion of all the funds raised goes to help Dog Nation, the hockey charity. For more information, please visit avalanche5k.com. Here's Burakovsky. His time is winding down on the Avs power play, their second of the game. This is the last rush, last opportunity. Sandy Girard drops it back up top. Takes one-timer block, gets it back. Jenner wants out of the box, and here he comes. So the Avs are 0 for 2. Kadri, far side, one-timer, score! Andre Burakovsky from just above the dot with a one-timer. Rips it home, and the Avs have tied the game at 1 for Burakovsky. It's his second of the season. It acts as a power play goal.
Moj, 2 parts to this story. One, Kadri remains red hot. As he is, right now he's playing as well as he's played at any time for the Avalanche. That is a great pass. Everybody was looking at him when he got that puck. Nice little pass right here, and he's going. Burakovsky gets his first goal in 8 games. He scored in the second game against St. Louis, but he is the key now to that second line and consistent scoring. That is a huge goal for the Avalanche.
And you've talked about it so many times, the confidence factor. And you just get guys starting to roll a little bit, and everything could open up because there's just so much talent penalty in the Avs. It's going to be on Helm. Touched up by Jack Johnson in the neutral zone with 3:27 left in period number 1, and Columbus will get an opportunity for the first time tonight on the power play.
Well, we're going to see something, Moj, for Columbus that we literally didn't see last game. A power play. The Avalanche did not take a penalty last game. You don't see it very often, especially now with the rules. But he just sort of corkscrews him right there. Down he goes. And now we see a Columbus power play that, now you hate to have injuries be part of it, but no Line, and he is a huge part of the power play for Columbus.
Yeah, last game it was just the 10th time in franchise history.
Franchise history.
Yeah, franchise history. All the way back to the Avs did not take a penalty.
To 1979.
Werenski had it knocked away, gets it back and finds Voracek. Werenski from the point, long shot. Knocked down, pushed into the slot. Compher able to steer it all the way down the ice. The Blue Jackets power play, you see the numbers right there, Peter. 25% this year.
But just a quick note. Who's out there on the penalty kill? Compher. Who's out in the power play? Compher. I mean, his confidence right now is sky high, and they're using him in every situation.
Tyson Jost intercepts that puck, comes to Taves, throws it off a leg, and it skips all the way down. So far, so good for the Avs. A couple new killers are coming on. Megna's out there. Down the left wing. It's Bjorkstrand, throws it in the slot. Avs pick it off, and Megna does the honors. Halfway through the penalty kill for this Avalanche team. As you mentioned, Peter, the Avs coming into tonight had the second fewest penalty minutes in the NHL at 35-55. It's behind Vegas, who has just 35 even.
And what that shows you, Moj, is the Avalanche are playing with good discipline. But, you know, they just have to tighten up defensively.
JT Compher got a stick on that pass. So far, so good. Down to the final 30 seconds of the kill as Bean bumps it ahead, fell down at the blue line. The Jackets are onside, they say. Compher lost his stick, got it back. Crowd doesn't like it. Nyquist finds Bean. He'll work his way straight up top. And now it's Roslovic. Tried to set it in the slot with a deft little pass. Avs cut that one off. Can't control the puck, however. JT Compher is there. It goes off his blade. Battle. Avs take it, and then Logan O'Connor sends it all the way down. That's going to do it. Out of the box comes Darren Helm, the Avs. 1-for-1 on the kill.
And Moj, that was a very aggressive penalty kill for the Avalanche. They had 2-3 people on the puck everywhere.
Owen Byram in a foot race with Corrali behind the net. It's Mikko. Lost the handle. Loose puck. Robinson there, all the way to the point for Bayreuther. Now it's Gavrikov up top for Texier. Avs got on him in a hurry. Quick shot, blocked away. Kick to the half boards, and Texier's got it there. He sends it in front. Saved by Darcy Kemper. He had Corrali all by himself at the top of the crease, and Darcy Kemper maybe with his best save of the contest.
Moj, when you watch this, watch Kemper's move before the puck comes out front. He reads this, and the play is going to come from behind the net and across. What a beautiful read. It's coming across, and he's reading past the whole way, and he just slides and makes a key save for the Avalanche.
Gabe Landeskog with a draw in the near circle. Just under 54 seconds to go in period number 1. Slides through some legs. Equal poke at it. Comes to the captain. He'll find McKinnon at center ice. McKinnon working to the far side. Tried to go back with the shot across his body. Jackets broke that up. And it's sent up and out by Columbus. Chinakhov with a cross-ice pass. Got knocked down. Kept able to get his paddle on it. And now Sammy Girard wants to settle things down. Avs getting a change. Second line is coming on. Sample Ranta emerges with Burakovsky and Kadri. Fed ahead. Kadri will bump it down the left wing. Out to play it now, Mozlikas with 12 to go in the period. Good play by EJ. He shoots and it's knocked down in front, but the Avs are offside. I thought that Johnson kept that puck in.
And, you know, Moj, we talked about how well Erik Johnson is playing. But this is only the 10th game of the season. And for him personally, and we don't get a chance to talk to the players as much as we'd like to, he's got to be just feeling more and more confident. Because when you miss that much time, 10 games just isn't that much. But he has taken these 10 games and he is just getting more and more comfortable playing.
And he's played well tonight so far, as the Avs and Blue Jackets are all knotted up. Pete, your overall thoughts on that first period and the Avs coming back after giving up the 1-0 lead?
One mistake. That was it. The Avalanche made one, but it was a big one. And that's what they're doing right now. They're not making little mistakes. They're making one big one that's costing them in some games.
At the end of one here at Nationwide Arena, it's the Avalanche one and the Blue Jackets one. And you're watching Colorado Avalanche hockey on Altitude. Coming up after the break, stay tuned. You've got Vic, you've got Riker, and you've got John Michael Lyles. And they've got it all for you with the Intermission Report. Don't go anywhere. Is brought to you by First Bank. For over 56 years, First Bank has always rooted for the home team. First Bank, banking for good. Member FDIC. Back at Nationwide Arena, I'm Mark Mosher, Peter McNabb in the Altitude Studios in Denver. We've got a 1-1 hockey game getting ready for period number 2. And Pete, guys returning to the lineup made an instant impact.
3 star players for the Avs. Taves looks smooth as silk for the Colorado Avalanche, moving that puck. Mikko Rantanen was absolutely outstanding. Great shot, but look at the conditioning on the back check right here. Obviously, these are world-class players. But then Burakovsky, in my mind, the key to it all. When he scores, that means Kadri's scoring. When Kadri and Burakovsky are scoring, the second line is scoring. The second power play is scoring. And that second level of scoring is there for the Avalanche, especially when you throw JT Compher into the mix. The Avalanche suddenly have 6 bona fide scorers in their lineup up front, and that doesn't even talk about the defenseman for the Colorado Avalanche that could put the puck in the net.
And for Andrei Burakovsky, he buried it right in the middle of it.
Oh.
We're underway here with period number 2. Jack Johnson sends it in. Here are the Geico stats. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. Keeper Sherwood out there right now with Sample Ranta. JT Compher in the middle. Set up to the left point for Jack Johnson. Nowhere to go but to send it back down deep. Sherwood trying to work his way from Pete's check. Off is loose to Roslovic. Jared Bednar has stated many times that he much prefers JT Compher in the middle as opposed to playing wing, but the puck deflected on net. Stopped by Kemper, but sometimes you can't do anything about it because you're dealing with injuries, Pete.
Moshe, it was interesting. I was wondering why they started that line with Johnson and Murray as defensemen to start the game. And then I realized that they hadn't been back last year, and they had a sort of a little reunion, especially Murray in his first game back. So this was Bednar's way of getting those guys out there and get a little appreciation from the fans. That was cool.
Yeah, very cool.
That was cool.
York to the half boards, throws in the corner. Byram lost.
And Moshe Sherwood is from Columbus.
Yeah, he's born and raised here. Flip that in front, what a save by Kemper.
So I'm sorry I didn't put it together earlier, but I was looking at it going, that's interesting. But you got all 3 of those guys off right away.
Good stuff to see. Turnaround shot saved by Kemper. Right now the Avs just a little bit too lax with the puck in their own zone as Blue Jenner let that one go.
Moshe, last game, as we watched this last play for against the Avalanche were in control of the game. They're up 2-0. They had a power play late in the second period. They didn't do anything on it. Well, they had some chances, but they didn't score. Columbus comes down and takes over the last part of the second and the third period. The Avalanche need to be strong all the way through this second period.
Eric Johnson trying to get that puck away from Chinakhov. Chinakhov has it, couldn't put it on net. It rolls down deep. Quick save by Darcy Kemper. Pushed out in front. What a save by Kemper. The puck is loose underneath him. And he finally gathers control. And right now, Darcy Kemper is everywhere for the Avalanche. Wow.
And Moshe, you and I, we've watched a lot of goaltending. And you can tell when a goaltender's in control. He found the puck, he slides across. He actually lost it for a second, but is able to regroup and push from left to right. Right there, he loses the puck. But then he comes across and makes another big save. That sequence right there shows you how solidly he is playing right now for the Avalanche. That was huge.
Just bailed out his team in front of him. After the draw, Sherwood took his shoulder right in the back. That puck now loose to Jack Johnson. Off the glass it goes, took a funny bounce. Again, here in Columbus, they have the metal dividers between each pane of glass. Not the seamless glass, and so therefore you will get some crazy bounces from time to time. Steered aside by Kemper. Murray. As couldn't get it out. That's stripped over the top of the net. Right now, the Avs need to find another gear here early in period number 2. We're almost 2 minutes in, and they spent the majority of time in their own end. That man pass missed the target. There is no icing on the play here as Sample Ranta got knocked out. Werenski off to Robinson, deflected in. Roar finds Helm, and out it comes again. This could be an icing call, and it will be on the Avs.
Well, for the Colorado Avalanche, again, you're looking around your lineup. Tyson Jost, everybody starts to move into different positions. And they've done this so often this year. Moshe, have we seen a back-to-back game with the same lineup?
We have not. Not yet this season.
I don't think we have. So you're constantly having to adjust.
Bayreuther down the boards. Hoffman couldn't hang on. Avs get to it. Tipped ahead. Jost hit by Stenlund at the red line. Comes to Gavrikov. I liked the game of Gavrikov the other night for the Columbus Blue Jackets. He was very effective. Jackets on the move. Duffed into the Avalanche end where EJ is there. Tied up in the corner. That puck on the stick of Erik Johnson. Magna trying to chop away at it now. Finally rolls free. Columbus very strong in the Avalanche end here to begin period number 2. Sent back to the Columbus zone. Icing here, and Lickens will throw it off the glass. Just at the end of his shift, pops it down deep as Helm chases on Beirut. Off the bench is Mikko Rantanen. The Jackets don't have it, it's just lobbed up and out. And a stoppage in play. Here is Mikko Rantanen.
Colorado number 43, 2 minutes for hooking.
Helm's going to go to the box for hooking, Peter. It was behind the play as the Jackets were trying to get the puck out of the zone.
Was this the play in the corner? I think right here they're going to say he reached around and got the hands. Remember what remember in the first period, you and I were talking, you hit the hands, they're going to make the call. Well, that's happened right there. It's an innocent looking play, but you know, it's one of those plays that they're going to call.
And that blade just starts wrapping around anything, even in the slightest.
Oh, those hands, when they're touched now, they call it.
Logan O'Connor swatting at that puck. Jackets have Bjorkstrand to the far side with Voracek. He's great at passing out of these situations. There he goes off the boards. He finds Werenski. Back to the far side. One-timer catch saved by Kemper. Avs can't clear. Kemper at the post. Banging out of his Jenner. He'll swing it around for Voracek. Voracek gets it back. Out of the point, Werenski will march down deep. Takes it into the corner. Sends it up top for Voracek. He's got space. Delivers to the slot. Avs knock it away, and it's cleared all the way down by Compher. Darcy Kemper looking good here tonight. This Avalanche squad has seen the Jackets come on out and now take the lead in shots on goal, 17-13. They have 8 in this period. The Avs have yet to record a shot on goal. Near side, Hoffman dancing, spinning, gives it up for Bean. Nickhoff back to the point in Bean, looking for a shooting one. Can't find one. Avs aggressive up top. Delivered far side. Shot by Roslovic, saved by Kemper, and he'll jump on top. That one came through a screen, and again, Darcy Kemper able to locate.
You know, Moshe, I don't know goaltending at all, but I have talked to goaltenders, and they have a great feel for the game. And right now, if you're Darcy Kemper, you know your club's not playing real well. That you're going to get some shots, they're going to come through. You have to just be razor sharp right now, because Columbus, as we mentioned, 4-1 at home, is a tough team here.
That puck ricochets off of Bean. Has it back in his own end. Kadri will now go off on the change. Avs down to the final 30 seconds. Their second kill of the night. Chinakhov racing after the loose puck. Taves back behind his net. Avs can't get a hold of it. Chinakhov steers it. Al Bean delivers back far side for Nyquist. Bean. Back far side again. Avs will not allow any penetration. Bean with a shot. Off the post! It got past the blocker of Kemper, but it rang off the iron, and the power play for Columbus is over as Helm comes out of the box.
Well, being the hero the other night, almost gave him a 2-1 lead.
You think about it, coming off of that Carolina Hurricanes team, Bean gets a real opportunity here in Columbus to showcase his abilities, and they're quite significant, as we can see.
Doesn't he remind you of Taves with the Avalanche coming over from the Islanders? Second-round picks. They just a glut of defensemen with the Islanders for Taves. Carolina with Bean.
Absolutely. Kidding. Finds Landeskog. Now it's Mikko behind the net. Out in front for the captain, and he pushes it wide, and a penalty coming up on the Blue Jackets. Sent off for Landeskog. Tied up on the far side. Finally a touch-up. With 14:03 to go here, period number 2, and for the Avs, they'll get their third power play of the contest.
Columbus number 44, minor penalty hooking.
Moshe, what we're seeing tonight is that third dimension of this top line. To me, they're dangerous in 3 areas. As we watch the post right here by Bean coming through, no way Kemper sees that. That dad just gets a bit of a break. We see McKinnon with his speed by himself. We see the line on the rush coming through the neutral zone. And then what they're doing tonight, Moj, they're dominating the play down low.
He can try to get it done on the power play, McKinnon. Take it off for JT Compher. Nowhere to go. Straight up top. It's Byram. Now to McKinnon and Rantanen. No seam pass. Good save by Merzlikins as McKinnon takes over. Quick centering pass tipped away, and here come the Jackets with Texier. He'll work it down the right wing. Has Werenski in. Saved by Darcy Kemper. An amazing save by the Avs netminder to keep this a 1-1 game. Wow. What a blocker save. Here is McKinnon. Lost the handle. He was stripped, and the Jackets clear it up and out. Oh, was that a huge save. What Darcy Kemper is doing here in this second period is nothing short of remarkable for his hockey club. Second unit is on.
We could easily be looking at 3-1 Columbus.
Sammy Girard poke checked, and down it comes. This power play not looking good for the Avs like the first 2 did. The Avs have 1 shot on goal. Almost a turnover here. Burakovsky one-hands it to himself in the neutral zone, works it in, and lost the handle again. Taves had Texier on him. Here comes Texier back again to the Avalanche zone. Taves bodying him up and stuffs him into the end board. There's still 38 seconds to go in the power play for the Avs as Burakovsky has to hold things up. Now sends it off for Kadri. Sidesteps a man, swings it off Sammy G. All the way to the left point. Dumps it into the circle. Pass to Kadri. Up top, Murray. Now Girard. On Sherwood. Steered off to the near side. Can the Avs record another shot before it's done? 13 seconds left. Murray. Kadri with a one-timer, and it's blocked by Werenski. Out it comes, and that's going to do it. The Avs will be 0 for 3 tonight. They had 3 power play chances against the Jackets 2 nights ago. Did not score. They've already had 3 tonight. Have not yet scored. Tyson Jost works his way up the middle. Wrist shot saved by Merzlikins. Logan O'Connor now at 2 Columbus Blue Jackets on it. Up to the point, pushed out. Here's Ranta back to his own end. Hounded. Popped it up. Sampo Ranta. Tyson Jost now. Goes it to the half boards. O'Connor got stood up, talking some gear. Columbus is relentless at this point. The Avs have to be very careful. Bean. Down cylinder. Voracek gave it up. There's a shot. Saved by Kemper. Chinakhov let it go. Here comes Logan O'Connor now. Gets the red line. Hounded by Sillinger as he tried to get it in. Again, the Avalanche with 2 shots on goal in this period. Trying to get anything going offensively. Their goaltending has been superb. Up to the point. Abercroft throws it back down deep. Puck is taken by Nyquist. Has Murray on him. Murray's been out there for a while. Right up top, Jenner. Bayreuther couldn't hang on. Set ahead. Mikko Rantanen's got a breakaway. He'll race in, shoot, save, rebound, save by Merzlikins. Not once, but twice. Oh, the Moose on a breakaway, and he could not convert. The Jackets had fallen down in the neutral zone. Here comes Gavrikov, and he's tied up by Byram. Avs right now careless with the puck in their own end. Eric Johnson finally wants to settle things down. Center ice. Henry could not handle that pass. Has to retrieve. Here comes Bowen Byram. Gives it back for EJ. Condor on the march. Now it's Burakovsky up top for Byram. The defenseman swings away. Delivers far circle. EJ shoots. Save. Rebound. Kicked wide of the net by Kadri. Merzlikins had his right pad down on the ice the entire time. Avs try to strike again. Right up the gut comes Burakovsky. Wrist shot over the top of the net. That had a lot on it. Steered near side to far. Kadri is there. Won that race. Roslovic couldn't hang on. Avs can't get to the loose puck, however, and Werenski just steers it up and out. This could be an icing call. Is it wide of the net? It is, and it's waved off. Time now starting to move pretty quickly here in the second period at Nationwide Arena. Samuel Girard in for the Avalanche. Cross-ice pass deflected. Ranta stood up by Bean. Gets it away. Comfort trying to work his way loose. Got it swatted from behind. A good poke check there, and there is the pass right on the tape of Chinakhov. Couldn't get past Murray, however. We haven't had a whistle in quite a while. These two teams just going back and forth. Here is Bowen Byram walking in, finding JT. Taken by Peak now. Chinakhov will lift that puck out, looking for Voracek. Voracek wants to settle it down, and Devontae did a good job to stay with it. Rammed ahead for the captain. Landeskog is in, pitching around a man who ducked down onto the ice. It was Peak, and it comes to Mikko. Nathan MacKinnon has Corrali on him, trying to get free. Corrali lost his stick, but the Avs lost the puck, and out it comes. Robinson has Texier down the slot, and he couldn't deliver. Kicked ahead for MacKinnon. Right now, they've got a little fire wagon hockey. Lead pass broken up by Carlson. The goal scorer tonight for the Blue Jackets. Texier tries the right wing again. Centering pass swept all the way through.
Coach, we didn't see Columbus much last year. We didn't know really what kind of club they are, but they love to skate. This has been a fast game.
They are a hard-working team, Pete. That is
oh my God.
Goes off of Tyson Jost. Robinson. Back to Texier. Good play by Jost. He steps in the way. Outlet pass missed the target, but the Avs did get it out. In the neutral zone, Johnson has to wait for his team to get onside. Swings it rink wide, walking in his helmet with a slap shot. Kicks a rebound. Puck is loose, and it might have hit a diving Gavrikov in the crease. Oh my goodness, Bjorkstrand couldn't give it up. Turns and fires it down the boards. That hit Murray. Magna will turn it ahead with the forehand, now the backhand. Just inside the Columbus line, Jackets get to it again. Boone Jenner, straight up the middle, drops it for Werenski, walks in and shoots, saved by Darcy Kemper. And we're going to take a timeout. That's our first whistle in the last 6 minutes of hockey. The Avalanche and Blue Jackets still tied at 1, and Darcy Kemper is on his game tonight. Stick with us. More of period number 2 coming right up. The action presented by PetSmart as we check in downstairs with Kyle Keefe and his nemesis.
Yeah, Moj, this is the man of my nightmares right here. This is Charlie Pryor. He's a professional cannon shooter guy. Tell me about this thing that I hate so much.
The Cannon Crew has been looking over the cannon since it got here in about 2007. It was originally made for real, actual Civil War reenactments. This fired live rounds. But it's been here scaring people every time we introduce our team at the beginning of the game, every time we score a goal, and we get that sweet win.
Yeah, it's great. That's terrible. Where does the ball go? Oh, we got a goal.
Score! Andre Burakovsky is second of the game. Kiefer, maybe you ought to hang out by that cannon more often because it's good luck. Top shelf backhand by Andre Burakovsky, and the Avs have taken a 2-1 lead.
Holy cow, is this key to the Colorado Avalanche. Logan O'Connor chips it out of the zone. Innocent looking play right here. We thought it was icing, it wasn't. Burakovsky stays on it, just strips two guys with a puck. Wow. Watch the wrist roll on this one, Moshe. Right here. That's Andre Burakovsky at his best. The shot he scored in the first period was great. This one was awesome. But this is why he's so valuable to this club.
Avs with a 2-1 lead. Kyle Keefe still downstairs next to the cannon. I think that's where we're going to park him for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
take over.
I said to him, how come your cannon didn't go up there? You know. So anyway, real quick, while we're watching the Avs destroy the Columbus Blue Jackets, what does it fire?
Oh, well, there's a little bit of movie magic with that. There are well-trained professionals, much more responsible than myself, that actually take care of the real stuff. But needless to say, it is big, it is dangerous, and it's very, very loud.
Well, we're glad that it's never going off again while the Avalanche are here. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I went ahead and took the gunpowder out of there. It'll never work again.
Keep with the sabotage.
2 minutes for slashing.
Got a slashing call on the Avalanche as Jack Johnson will sit in the box against his former team. So the Avs will be on their third kill of the night. A lot of things happened when Kyle was down there, and again, I remember that first time, Peter, that Kyle experienced the cannon. He's been traumatized ever since.
Between Columbus and Winnipeg, you know, you got to stay away from those trips.
Here's Jost with the draw. Avs have got to be strong here on the kill. Puck was poked loose, smothered by Kemper as Erik Johnson had it roll off his stick. Let's take a look at this penalty again. Officially a slash on Jack Johnson.
It's Moj. That was it right there. What did he hit?
Got the hands.
Hit the hands. And they're going to call it. And it's so hard. Now remember, Johnson's in his 15th, 16th year in the league. When he started, that was not a penalty. Absolutely no way was that a penalty. So you gotta change your instincts if you're a veteran that's been around for a while.
Off the boards it goes. Bjorkstrand down to Voracek. Jake Voracek, the veteran, drops it off. Here's Sillinger. Rink wide pass finds the target. Bjorkstrand's shot is blocked away by a sliding Erik Johnson. That stung him a little bit. Sillinger. Back to the point where Werenski gets the return pass. High slot. Bjorkstrand fanned on his pass. Now Werenski with a wrist shot. Saved by Kemper. It caught him in the upper body, and Tyson Jost able to bump it all the way down the ice. Avs almost halfway through this penalty kill, and so far, so good. On the march is Voracek. He's been out there the entire time. Works his way into the Avalanche zone. Chasing down that loose puck was Murray. Up the boards, reversed by Jenner. It hit Voracek right in the leg as he locates. All the way to Bean. Drops it off looking for Voracek. Got it back himself. A little bit of a miscommunication there by the Blue Jackets. Up top, Bjorkstrand. Now to Werenski. To the circle. Cross ice pass knocked away. Jackets get to it, and it's flipped wide by Bjorkstrand. Bean rams it up top, and Voracek with a bomb. Kick saved by Kemper. Sliding Sam Girard can't get that puck out of the zone. He got knocked down on the far side. Can Kupfer do it? He coughed it up. Oh no! Jackets have it near side. Bean shoots over the top of the net. And the faceoff will stay in the Avalanche zone. The Avs had it on their stick 3 times and couldn't get it out of the zone.
Man, can you see why Carolina hated giving up Bean? I mean, these 2 games he's played against the Avalanche, he's been jumping up into the play. He had 2 goals the first game, a couple opportunities in tonight's game. He has been a great addition to this hockey club.
Avs get a little bit of a break there. I think they may have deflected it.
Yep.
7 seconds to go in the kill. Texier swings it off. Broken stick. No, it's not broken. Baylor just didn't get a lot on it. Kemper with a good kick save there. Out of the box comes Jack Johnson. So the Jackets are also 0 for 3 tonight with the extra man for Rowley. They're to find Texier. Landeskog all over the place. Kicked away. Comes to Jack Johnson. Tried to move it to McKinnon, but again, the Blue Jackets challenging every move up the ice by this Avalanche squad. Gavrikov to Robinson. He'll sweep it off. Texier at center ice. Had it knocked away by Rantanen. Landeskog is back in, but got cut down. Puck rolls in front of the penalty boxes. McKinnon surveys. Hit Gavrikov with it. He's pretty ugly right now, and that's going to be a hand pass on the Jackets, and we'll take a timeout. 3:24 is all that's left in period number 2. The Avs have a 2-1 lead as Kyle tries to argue to have that thing removed. Stores donate $100 to youth hockey. Tonight we congratulate the Lady Rough Riders 16 and under AA team, the 9th annual Western Girls Regional Silver Stick Tournament champions. To learn more about amateur hockey for boys and girls throughout Colorado, please visit co.hockey.
Moj, Darcy Kemper. Now the Avalanche, in my mind, have not had a goaltender steal a game this year. Kemper has been good in the games he's won, but these saves that he is making in this game here tonight, is the reason why the Avalanche and a couple of Burakovsky goals are ahead in this hockey game. Werenski scored as a defenseman 20 goals a couple years ago. So he's a good goal scorer. And he has just been spot on with every single play in tonight's game. That 3-save sequence he made earlier was absolutely tremendous.
You see the mark on his sweater there, Pete. He took one right in the chest. And I guess that's a good sign. I mean, he's made some spectacular saves, but he's also read the play very well tonight. Jackets able to send that one down. No ice in here. It's waved off. Picked up by Girard, and he'll scamper behind his net. EJ gives it up for Burakovsky. Knocked down to one knee. Tries to find Kadri. There's a shot and a save by Merzlikins, and he'll hold on. It's time for The Future is in Your Hands, presented by the Ball Corporation.
Well, for the Colorado Avalanche, the future, I mean, it's coming in a hurry. Cale Makar twice had 2-goal games. Bruce Bell, Pierre Lacroix, no, not the Pierre Lacroix, but back in 79 and 80, he had a couple. But Bo Byram the other night, and they weren't just goals. They were spectacular, big, important goals for the Avalanche. And that's what you love. If you're just throwing the puck in from the blue line, that's one thing. But a 2-on-1 where he burst up the ice and then a last-minute game-tying, sending it an overtime goal, those are huge.
Super clutch. At the side of the net, right in there. Back to the point for Taves. McKinnon banned on his one-timer, but gets it back. Drops it down deep, knocked away. Landeskog is there. And the Jackets all over him right now. Good defensive pressure by Columbus. Avs trying to keep it up with the top line, however. Stepped up top. Byram weaves his way down deep. Here's Bowen Byram. Drops that puck back down. Rantanen trying to get away from Werenski. Mikko through traffic. Sends it to the point. Byram looking. Long wrist shot wide of the nets. Taves. Stands up Texier. Avs get it to it again as it's lifted high in the air. Knocked away from McKinnon. He's got control. To Mikko. Spinning into the slot. Here's Byram with his shot, and it hit Werenski right in the skate. He is everywhere tonight. Robinson back in. Shoots. It went off Kemper's glove and wide. Pushed ahead by O'Connor. McKinnon at the end of his shift. Now Texier flips it down the left wing. That'll force Byram to go get it. Burakovsky's off the bench. Sends it ahead now for O'Connor. Could not stick handle in. The Avs are offside as there was a poke check right at the blue line. 1:47 to go here, period number 2. The Avalanche with 2 goals by Burakovsky have a 2-1 lead. Period number 2.
And Moj, for me, here in a 9-game nutshell, shows you how important Kadri is to this hockey club. When he scores, the Avalanche gets points. 9 points in the 5 games. They're 3-1-1. When he does not get a point, and he's -5, they're 1-3. They are a completely different club when he is on his game. When he is playing, as he's played the last 3 games, this club is really deep offensively down the middle.
That is tonight's Taco Bell take, presented by Taco Bell as the Avs try to keep that puck into the near side. O'Connor shovels it back into the corner. Jackets get to it. Bayreuther can't clear. Kadri sends it off for Burakovsky. Andre Burakovsky pushed all the way out by Gavrikov. Hounded him all the way through the neutral zone. Again, the Jackets in their forechecking is very, very strong. Sillinger stood up Kadri. Bayreuther had it knocked away by O'Connor. Up behind the net, Landeskog turns on the Jets. Has it. Wants to push it up top. Got cut off, and that puck comes to Voracek. Lead pass now. Chinakhov throws it in the low slot. Turned by Taves off the glass and out. What a nice play. Under a minute to go here, period number 2. The Avalanche with a 2-1 lead. Bowen Byram back to his B partner Taves. On Taves ahead. Mikko into the circle. Got hooked, and a penalty coming up on Columbus. Spun around and corkscrewed into the ice was Mikko Rantanen. And we'll see Oliver Bjorkstrand go to the box. Pete, this is now the 4th straight game the Avs have had.
Number 28, minor penalty holding.
a multiple goal scorer. Andre Burakovsky already with 2 tonight.
Now, watch Mikko Rantanen here. This is one of his patented plays, but you don't very often see. I mean, when he looked at the referee, he had a pretty good case. He did a complete 360. That's a big man to force into a complete 360. But Moshe, 30 seconds to go, but then 1 minute and 30, obviously, to start the second period. What a key time in this game.
4th power play for this Avalanche squad, but the Jackets win the draw, and Werenski will bang it all the way down the ice. Kuemper leaves it off for Byram. 20 seconds left in period number 2. Here's Byram, steers it up for Landeskog. He'll flip it in and give chase. First one to it now is JT Compher. Back up the boards, McKinnon lets it go to the point. That pass missed McKinnon, but JT's got it in the trapezoid. All the way through, Mikko bumps it down deep. Saved there by Merzlikins, and Compher was cut down, and now the horn goes off. And now Rantanen is cross-checked from behind by Corrali. Landeskog is going to go get in his business, and why not? The Avs will start period number 3 with 1 minute 30 to go on the power play, but a little shenanigans right before the end of period number 2.
Well, Moshe, they faced each other now for 5 periods. They're getting a little uncomfortable with each other. Here comes the cross-check. Right there's a hit right here, but here's the cross-check. Landeskog, of course, right there. And the referee, you could see him say, hey, it's the end of the period.
Everybody go to your room.
Everybody just go settle down.
And relax. After 2 periods of play here at Nationwide Arena, it's the Avalanche on top of the Blue Jackets by a score of 2-1. And you're watching Colorado Avalanche hockey on Altitude. Coming up after the break, stay tuned. You got Vic, Mark, and Jay. King Soopers. Fresh for everyone. Columbus, Ohio is the place. Period number 3 coming right up. The Avalanche with a 2-1 lead over the Blue Jackets heading into the final frame. All right, let's take a look at the ball recycle reel highlights. And Mikko Rantanen's had himself a night.
Here's the conditioning part that he kept himself in as he missed 10 days, 3 games. You know, Moshe, when I watch Mikko Rantanen, I think I'm like a lot of people. You forget just how multi-talented, how big, how strong he is when he plays this game. His skill level is phenomenal. The clutch level, he's got 53 points in 43 playoff games. I mean, he is big time. And you know clubs are going to come after him. You know, and the one thing, he doesn't back down from a single thing. And if anything, we've seen him get angrier. We've seen him get a little meaner. And look at 7 shots on attempted tonight, 6 on goal. You know, these are the kind of numbers that eventually they're going to start to go in for Mikko Rantanen. And this line, again, only 4 times all year have they played together, and including tonight, they are going to, once they get it going, if they can just stay healthy, Moshe, and we've said that a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah, they can just stay healthy, but it's a good active game for Rantanen in his first game back, even though he's not on the score sheet as the puck bounces back to the Avalanche zone. Here we are, 10 seconds into period number 3. And let's take a look at the Geico stats. All presented by our friends at Geico for bundling made easy. Go to geico.com. Avs still on the power play to begin period number 3 as McKinnon gets it back. Slams it rink wide. Brandon had to track that down. Now it comes back to the near side, McKinnon. Pivots away from Corrali, finds Mikko, and he lost the handle. Kicked up top for Byram, and out of the zone it comes. And right now, the Avs just having a difficult time hanging on to that puck. Here's McKinnon. Could not get it through Texier. He's been also very active in these 2 games between the teams. That missed McKinnon. Nyquist has Texier in the slot, and what a play by Byram to break it up. Avs a little bit lackadaisical right there. 30 seconds to go in the power play for the Avs. It's their 4th of the game. Here comes Devon Toews. Works his way through center ice. Trying to stick handle through Werenski. Toews swings it back behind the net. Sherwood had vacated the premises. That's pushed by Carlson with a backhand and cleared out by Boone Jenner. Just 5 to go in the power play now. The Avs will be 0-4-4. Burakovsky stripped as he brought it in. Kept by Toews. The Lakers, though, will play that back to his defenseman. Here is Boone Jenner. Throws the puck across the red line. The Avs push it back to the Columbus zone. Avs outshot in that second period by the Jackets, 16-8. That had the only tally. Pass to the near side. Sillinger had to go off the heel of his stick. Far side, here's Bayreuther racing in. Got tied up by Megna. Jammed at by Murray. Sillinger gives it to Voracek. He throws it on net, and Darcy Kuemper would not take his pad off the ice. Avs can't clear the zone. Voracek drops it. Sillinger is in, shoots. Saved by Kuemper. Darcy Kuemper has been a hero tonight for this Avalanche squad. My goodness. Slammed in by Jack Johnson. Pete, the Avs just keep turning the puck over, and again, Kuemper keeps bailing him out.
But couldn't you just see the young kid, Sillinger, wanted to pass the puck? He wanted to go to the veteran there. But the play was to shoot it, and he and Kuemper played him perfectly. He just read him and just took everything away.
And stood his ground either. Didn't flinch as he gloves that bouncing puck in his crease.
Watch the body language of Sillinger. Turnover right here. Now you're the rookie. You're 18 years old. You got the puck. You're trying to find that veteran, and you take one step too close in, and you just pound it into the pads. But look at Kuemper, never moved. He trusted Murray on the far side to take away pass. All Sillinger had was to shoot. Did you see Sillinger and Voracek talking right there? I guarantee you, pardon me, I would think it might be saying, you know what, kid? When they do that, it's all you.
Exactly right. That puck will rim all the way back to the Columbus zone as Renton flashes in on Renton. Gavrikov chips at it. That puck comes up and out. And I would imagine, too, Pete, that has to do with communication between a goaltender and his defenseman, understanding who's going to do what. And so that's starting to come along, too, with Darcy Kuemper and the guys in front of him.
Yeah, Coach Bednar talked about that last game, knowing his defenseman.
The Avs keep turning the puck over.
We're not going to have another third period like last game.
Oh, I certainly hope not. Latest got knocked down. Werenski got knocked down by McKinnon. The captain comes away with it. Rifles it up. Here's Girard with a shot. Saved by Merzlikins. Picked up by Stenler. He absorbs a hit there. Sherwood's off the bench. And now Gavrikov will just move it ahead to Roslovic. The Avs zone, try to put it down the slot, and does. Stenlund written out there by Kuemper. He would not give up the right side of his crease. Darcy Kuemper is reading everything right now perfectly. Avs trying to push it across the blue line and finally do. We're just over 4 minutes into period number 3, and Columbus is dangerous. Roslovic swings it wide, throws it down deep. It was cut off by Girard off his skate. Now it comes to Stenlund, a backhander, saved by Kuemper again. And the Avs right now are reeling, but they've got the puck. Here comes JT, drops it for Renta. Return pass, swept away by the Jackets. Here is Columbus and Corrali. Coming out of the ice. Now goes right back off as Peak slams that puck across the red line. Got through Sillinger. Avs bad at it. Back to Peak it goes. Now it's Bean who will move it ahead. Lead pass off of Burakovsky's stick. That puck rolls slowly back behind the net. Logan O'Connor stood up by Bean, who pinches. Like that by Voracek. Jack Johnson is on him. Avs scoop it up and out. Shot attempts now favor the Columbus Blue Jackets 48-38. And shots on goal 32-23. Burakovsky gave it up to Voracek. A wraparound try in front. Puck is loose and pushed along the end boards. That one hits Sillinger in the arm. Burakovsky throws a hit on him. Steered for Tyson Jost. Racing after it, Bo Byram, he's activated, but Bayreuther got there first. That puck will bounce to the circle, and it's sent up, not out. Finally swept to center ice. Here's Byram right back here. Took a funny bounce off the corner boards. That one hops through Megna. Chipped at, and finally the Jackets have control. Well, just a lot of turnovers tonight for this Avalanche team. Their goalie has been bailing them out. Nyquist working to the top of the circles, drops it, and the Avs will pick it up there. A miscommunication, and the Avs catch a break. Carlson wanted to fire that puck. Here is Carlson. Goal scorer for Columbus tonight, giving it up now to Peak. Into the neutral zone, deflected in by the Jackets and Texier. Kemper up the boards with it, and eludes Landeskog back to the Columbus zone. Here's Gavrikov, dumps it to Werenski. Chipped ahead, Corralic. Throws it in deep as Kemper will make the play with his paddle. Through Landeskog and back out. What are you seeing right now, Pete, out of this Avs squad? What is the hesitation with that?
You know, they're just looking a little bit instead of just making that pure pass to come out of the zone.
McKinnon.
Just a little hesitant in their own zone.
Certainly are. Here is Girard. Lobbed in. Battle for it. Push to the point. Jack Johnson, the shimmy move. Threw it right to Gavrikov in the slot, and he'll find Sillinger. Banged ahead. Watch out. Voracek's got a breakaway. What a save by Darcy Kemper again. Darcy Kemper has been an absolute star between the pipes for the Avalanche here tonight. Wow. Off the skate. Voracek turns away. The veteran between the circles shoots. Saved by Darcy Kemper again. And a penalty coming up on the Avalanche. They finally touch up. Oh my goodness gracious. Kemper time and time again coming up huge for the Avs, and he's got to be good again because the Avs will be shorthanded when we come back. They've got a 2-1 lead.
Actually, a McKinnon that's a horse, and that horse is owned by Erik Johnson. Yesterday was part of the Breeders' Cup, and McKinnon was in the race. Now, guys, get this. Modern Games, the horse, he was the favorite. He slammed in the back of the gate and was taken out of the race, essentially, next to another horse, Albar, who was lodged under the starting gate. So they let Modern Games actually race, and he won. The problem is they took away his betting odds, which allowed McKinnon, who took third, to actually get second place. So Erik Johnson's horse, McKinnon, took second place in the Breeders' Cup yesterday, and all the people that had the favorite were red hot when they found out that their money was no good.
That's very confusing. So the one horse balked, the two horse got stuck, the three horse, who's McKinnon, actually came out and finished second, but he won all the money.
Exactly. And right now, the Avalanche's horse is Darcy Kemper.
Yeah, he's got to be good here. Power play for Columbus. Pushed in front. Sillinger didn't get a lot on it. Comes to JT Compher, and he just barely gets enough on it to get it out. Merzlikins way out of his cage as the Avs try to get a partial change. Here's Bjorkstrand down the wing. Comes to Voracek. Sillinger into the circle, the rookie, nowhere to go but back to Voracek. Now Werenski shoots, deflected right over the top of the net. All the way to the point, here's Sillinger again, walking it in to the dot, shoots, blocked, picked up by Devon Taves, and he'll bump it up and out, a very smart play. He's after it himself, Merzlikins is gambling, and he rolls into the circle to play that puck.
For Taves coming back tonight, they have had him in all the situations they normally would have him in. 5-on-5, a little power play, penalty killing. He's showing absolutely no effect from missing the first 9 games of the season.
Push down deep. Darcy Kemper got his left pad down, and he smothers that puck on a broken play. Hey, join us in supporting the Denver Rescue Mission this holiday season. Canned food and monetary donations will be collected outside Ball Arena on Thursday when the Avalanche host the Vancouver Canucks for our annual Do All You Can food drive presented by King Soopers. Donors will receive a voucher for tickets to a future home game while supplies last. Here's the draw near circle. Adds down to the final 27 seconds on the penalty kill. And there's Taves again to make sure it's cleared out. 36 shots on goal for Columbus in this game so far. 9.5 minutes. Steal, shot, save, Merzlikins. He'll drop it down to the ice. Now approaching the halfway mark. A rare miscue by the Blue Jackets allowed Helm to get that shot off. Abs. Slam it in deep. Case. Had it swatted away by Ross Levin. Aaron Johnson fighting in the far corner. Abs get to it. Bounce to the near side. Waiting for it is Murray. Out of the box. Up to Helm, who took a shot on his right leg. And he'll head back to the bench on a change. So the Abs tonight, 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. Texier. A little dangle move as Byram stays with him. Texier keeps it on the perimeter. Now to the point. Gavrikov shot blocked away by the Abs. McKinnon. The human being brings it ahead. McKinnon lost the handle. Landeskog can't pick it up. And Texier is there for Columbus. The penalty boxes. Robinson dumps it in off a sticky. Darcy Kemper plays it again. Swung off now for Bowen Byram. The Blue Jackets only average 28 shots per game. But they're right more than that right now with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in period number 3. Orensky. Bradley lifts that one up in the air. Back it comes. Nyquist tries to center it. Gets through to a man. Avs collapse upon him. That was the play of Boone Jenner. Avs finally get a hold of it. Burakovsky's got 2 goals tonight. Sweeps it for Kadri. The Avs are onside. Nazem Kadri shoots! And a save by Merzlikins. Avalanche still with a 2-1 lead over the Blue Jackets as we look at some of the history of Columbus. 30 seconds to go in Columbus. The Avalanche with a 2-1 lead here in the third period. That has been silent for quite a while, and it's time for the Dell Technologies Control.
When you're watching tonight's game, there has been one play that's been the difference. Columbus scored on a nice shot. Burakovsky scored on a nice shot in the first period. It was the play in the second period where I think the Columbus guy thought it was going to be defenseman, thought it was going to be icing. Burakovsky stayed on him, stripped him, and then made one of the prettiest backhands you're going to see. That's the difference offensively in this game.
Peter, I love that too. Over 22 miles per hour. Long shot, kick save by Merzlikins. Megna with a shot and another save by Merzlikins.
Moj, we are seeing some really good goaltending tonight.
You're absolutely
Both of these
right.
guys have been good.
Super, super good. Sweat back to the Avs zone. What was the top speed for Peter McNabb in his playing days?
They had a calendar.
Kadri centering pass. Nowhere to go, Girard. He'll swing it off the glass, picked up by Kadri, far corner, bumps it up top, and Jack Johnson walks the line and shoots. Kick save by Merzlikins. He's been outstanding. Coming into the game tonight, we showed you right at the start of the game, Merzlikins has a goals against average under 2. Burakovsky swings it, comfort, backhanded, glove save. Merzlikins like it's nothing with 7:48 left. Let's take a look what Peter was talking about. Andre Burakovsky's 2 tallies tonight, 2 different ways. First of all, Nazem Kadri put it over.
Yeah, the first one is just a rocket on a great pass. But we've seen that. This is the one that makes him special. He strips a man. There are so few players that can roll their wrists in that close. Because the goalie had everything taken away. It's just the smallest little part at the top of the net. And that's what he found.
And you were able to pick that up as it was happening in real life. So watch these wrists, and he just goes upstairs with it. Good play by the Avalanche in the back jack. Tyson Jones dumps it through Sherwood. He'll retrieve that puck himself. On him is Bean. Scored free. Jost at the post. Had it covered up by Merzlikins. Puck is still loose, and now a whistle. Tyson Joe starting the irons. You hear the referee telling everybody to settle down at the side of the Columbus Nets. Burke Simpson reminds you that when the game is on the line, call 303-790-2525. Burke Simpson, good lawyers changing lives.
Moj, we're getting that time of the game. As we look at a replay of that last chance, Tyson Jost again working his tail off down low. Boy, he could use a lucky night, couldn't he? I mean, he has had one call back this year. He's been so close, driving to the front of the net. But for the Colorado Avalanche, we're down 7-20. It's like Johnny Lyle said between periods, details. Everything has to be just right.
Top line out for Jared Bednar. Rantanen getting away from Jenner. Almost lost the handle, had to dump it down for his captain. It's Landeskog and Gavrikov along to that battle. Here's McKinnon, gives it off, racing in Taves. It went away from him. Turns and shoots off the side of the net. Got that puck back. It'll bounce to the side of the crease now, and Merzlikins picks it up, and his goal stick is back behind the Avalanche. Excuse me, back behind the Columbus net.
Bosch, Taves coming in at the point. Does he get a piece of that? I think he might have. He dropped his stick. Watch it come across here.
Oh, it went off the end of the blocker, Pete. You're absolutely right. Wow.
But Moj, did he drop his stick towards the puck? But that was just miraculous.
I mean, just off the end of his blocker, bouncing puck, Jackets are in. Shot saved by Kemper. Texier ran out of real estate in a hurry. Wow, Darcy Kemper. What a save. Corrali will dump it in. Kemper bangs it right for Bo Byram. Off the glass it goes, and out it comes for Rantanen. Mikko flops that puck in deep. Played by Merzlikins. Right to Robinson in stride. He'll work it down the left wing as McKinnon exits. Dumped in hard near corner. Texier shoots and scores. He read it well. As the puck came to him, he just turned across his body and fires it inside the far post to tie the game at 2.
Texier, Moj, has been their best forward from last game all the way through this game. He is all energy, and it looks innocent enough. A dump in right here, and he just beats the man to the... The Avalanche get beat to the puck in the corner, and just a great shot to the far side. In a game that the Avalanche looked pretty much in control as far as not letting real good chances. Suddenly we're tied at 2.
Merzlikins is going to get an assist on that play. He's the one that fired it to Robinson, who dumped it into the corner. So we've got a 2-2 hockey game. Momentum back to Columbus. Let's get to that puck. Slammed ahead now by Nas and Cameron. Bayreuther steps in front of O'Connor. Under 6 minutes to go in period 3. Jack Johnson will hammer that puck back in. Gavrikov wasting no time, throws it to the point. Avs can't keep it in. Watch out, here comes Chinakhov on Johnson. A drag move, and he lost the handle. It's sent off for Darren Helm. He'll find the red line and flip it in as Megna charges. Jason Megna lost it. Jost slams it down deep. It'll deflect to the far corner. Bean goes up the boards with it. Out of the pile, goes right to Werenski. It's amazing how the puck seems to find the best players sometimes. Easy clear for him as the Avs back to their own end. That pass missed the target, but the Avs catch a break. Murray, not sure what it is. Gavrikov rims it off the glass, and out it comes. Taves plays the puck. Pick it off now for Bowen Byram to the red line. Here comes the rookie. Couldn't get it deep as Bayreuther gloved it down. Corrali chucking into the Avs zone with a shot. Saved by Kemper that came out of his catching glove. Cleared up and out by JT Compher. It's a foot race, and it's waved off as Ranta that hustled to the Columbus zone. Now bodies are crashing everywhere deep in the Columbus end. It's Sherwood. Takes a shoulder right on the side. And it's swept rink wide for Gavrikov. The hitting starting to pick up here now in the final 5 minutes of this game. Chip to the Avalanche zone where Girard gets to the loose puck. Peter, you talk so often about awareness and game awareness, where you are in the game, what you can do and what you can't do. Right now, I think most teams are trying to keep their heads on straight.
Exactly, and what the score tells you it is, and what you're playing for right now. You're playing for that extra point.
MacKinnon got cut down in front of the net by Bean, as again Merzlikins gets that puck in his catching glove. Elvis with an unbelievable blocker save and a terrific goal by Texier. That means this game is tied at 2 with under 4 minutes left. By All Copy Products. Thursday, the Avs are back in action when they host the Vancouver Canucks. We urge fans to arrive at least 30 minutes prior to game time as the arena begins requiring proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test to enter the game. So longer lines are expected. Make sure you get there early. More information can be found at coloradoavalanche.com. Top line out for Jared Bednar. Landeskog leaning in for the draw. And the Jackets have it. Nyquist flips it ahead. Now Girard hands it up ice. Landeskog got a stick on it. Nyquist in front of his bench. Fanned on that one. Gets an opportunity to get a stick on it. Landeskog marching away. Shooting with his body to MacKinnon. MacKinnon drops it for Mikko, and he lost the handle. Puck is loose. MacKinnon's got it. Now Girard. Straight up top, it's MacKinnon looking for a shooting lane. Can't find one. Gets away from Jenner, flips it down the slot, and a save by Merzlikins in traffic. Elvis is locating the puck just as well as Kemper is. Here comes Taves to Rantanen. Mikko shoots it down deep, looking for the redirect by Burakovsky and could not get it. Andre Burakovsky's got 2 goals tonight. Tried to put it up top, knocked away by the Jackets. Out it comes to Jack Johnson. He'll patiently send it right back in. Merzlikins off the glass. Voracek coughed it up. O'Connor couldn't hang on, however. Bounced up for Sillinger. A rookie is on the move. Scissors gives it off, and a shot by Chitakov is blocked away. Right to Burakovsky. He's got O'Connor up the middle. Finds him, and it's swatted away by Gavrikov. Here's Logan O'Connor. Wants to send it off to the other winger. Kadri with a tough angle shot. Saved by Merzlikins on the redirect by O'Connor. Look at Logan O'Connor go. Trying to stuff it in front. It's knocked loose. Puck at the bottom of the circle. And it's sent up and out by the Blue Jackets. And this should be an icing call. No, it's waved off. Rammed up ice for Bowen Byram. Trying to catch him in a change. He's in and shoots over the top of the net. It was deflected. My goodness gracious. Hey, Avalanche fans, don't forget, the weather looks perfect tomorrow, so join us at Red Rocks Park and Amphitheater for the annual Colorado Avalanche 5K run and walk. Registration open until 9:30 a.m. Includes a complimentary Colorado Avalanche upper level ticket, an Avs 5K t-shirt, and a finisher medal. A portion of all the funds raised goes to help Dog Nation, the hockey charity. For more information, please visit avalanche5k.com.
And Mojal, anything Dog Nation's involved in is well worth getting out for. And it's a great cause, and hopefully it's going to be a perfect day.
Absolutely. MacKinnon racing in, shoots over the top of the net. It might have been deflected, and he throws his hands up in the air. It's been a frustrating night for Nathan MacKinnon, who has a point in every single game so far this season except tonight.
And that was his play. Top shelf, far side. Nathan MacKinnon walks in, they give him, he is almost unbeatable. Unstoppable, I guess, the better word, when he finds that spot on the ice.
It looked like it might have gone off Landeskog.
Yep.
On the near side, down to 2 minutes and 1 second left. Tough angle shot. Mikko hits the side of the net. Bean shields him away. Nyquist brings it up ice. Outlet finds Bjorkstrand. He was cut off by Byron, but gets it here. Landeskog is there. Knocks it off for Taves. But it comes to Nyquist. Jenner's behind the net all by himself. Boone Jenner couldn't flip it out front as MacKinnon picked him up. They'll bang bodies on the far side. Out of the pile, scoops. Bowen Byram, now Taves gets it to the captain. Jackets everywhere, make the strip. Puck is in the zone, and it finally crawls up and out. Pushed right back in as Kemper will leave it off for Taves. The Jackets won't stop working. The Avs need to get a change in the worst kind of way. Set up off of Mikko. Here comes Gavrikov. Gavrikov brings it near side to far. There's the rookie Sillinger to dump it right back down deep. Jackets making the Avs go side to side all over the zone. Up top, Chinakhov sends it down the slot, and he scores! It was deflected by Gavrikov. Sillinger in the slot. Sillinger's the one who gets a piece of it upstairs, and it's a 3-2 Columbus lead with 1 minute and 2 seconds left.
Sort of in the midst of a change. The Avs don't quite get control of the puck. And Sillinger, who has been, Moshe, not just good, he has been clutch. Right here he turns and just a little bit of a touch, and out of nowhere, Columbus takes a 3-2 lead.
Now, Darcy Kuemper has had a wonderful night, but there's nothing he could do on that one. Nothing at all.
How must it feel, Moshe, to be an 18-year-old kid getting a goal like that in front of this crowd and look like you're handling it so well?
I'm going to be happy not to see Cole Sillinger anymore this season.
This is the last time we. Yeah, exactly. Get rid of that kid.
There goes Kuemper to the bench.
Somebody else take care of him.
Absolutely. Extra attackers on the ice for Jared Bednar. Comes up top to Byron. Do the Avs have any more magic against Columbus in them? Swept off Landeskog in front, looking for Mikko. Cleared out by the Jackets, but not all the way out of the zone. They finally get a hold of it. Bjorkstrand throws it into some legs. Out it comes, and Byron dishes off. Mikko fanned on his pass. Bouncing puck. Bjorkstrand fires it into an empty net. And the Columbus Blue Jackets make it 4-2, and they will win this hockey game. This will be a very disappointing loss for the Avalanche because of the way that Darcy Kuemper has played. Perhaps he deserved a better fate tonight, but the Avs have had a difficult time here in this third quarter.
Well, Moshe, I mean, you look at it. Last game, the Avalanche had a 2-1 lead going into the third period. Reality tells you that two miraculous empty net goals get you a point in that game. Tonight, you got a 2-1 lead going into the third period, and you don't even get a point. I mean, these are valuable points, and this will be a disappointing loss for the Avalanche. And now, Moshe, it's 4 days of practice with this, with this kind of feeling around the team.
Yeah, you can't shake it off right away. Saved by Moose Linkers. Down to under 10 seconds. You won't be able to shake it off, Pete, by getting right back on the ice. You're going to have to stew about it for several days as we've come to the end here of period number 3.
And the Avs, in a 10-game stretch, Moshe, you always want to be over 500. They start the season 4-5-1. It has been a tough first 10 games for the Avalanche.
That is for sure. And again here tonight, our final score. It's the Columbus Blue Jackets 4 and the Colorado Avalanche 2. Be sure to join us again on Thursday when the Avs host the Vancouver Canucks. And we remind you to arrive 30 minutes prior to game time at least, as there could be longer lines than usual as the arena begins to require proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test. Now let's send it back to the studio. Here's Vic, Mark, and JML with the Avalanche Locker Room Reports.